Hello. Today we're talking about vertex form, and here's some step-by-step directions to help you get from standard form into vertex form. First thing you want to do is start with your C term. In this case, it's a +8, and just kind of move it off to the side. Push it off there, leave some space because you're going to be working with that. Second thing you're going to want to do is divide out your A. So the y is going to be there, the equal is going to be there. In this case, our A is a negative, or a -1. So we're going to write -1 divide by, and then that'll leave a x squared plus 4x. And then, yes, that +8 is still sitting off to the side. Third thing you're going to want to do after you've divided out the A is we're going to jump a couple steps down, but we're going to find the squared binomial. We want to take this red parentheses into a squared. So what's that going to look like? That's going to look like something squared. So it's going to be a x, and it's half of the b term, so that's going to be a +2. So x plus 2 is where we're going. And yes, the -1 is still out there. The y is still there. The +8 is still there. But before we can actually get to this step, we need a trinomial that will factor down to it. So the trinomial we need is this 2 squared. So 2 squared is a +4. But the problem is, if I just +4 and leave it like that, well, then all of a sudden I'm changing the equation. So I need to do something to balance it out. Normally, we add 4 to the other side of the equal sign to keep it balanced. But because I want y equals, and I don't want anything on that other side, I'd be creating more work for myself. So instead, I'm going to add, where I add 4 to one side, right next to it, I'm going to -4 also. Okay, so I +4 and I minus it at the same point. That way, no harm, no foul. Okay, fifth step, I need a 3-termed, I need a trinomial. I need both the x squared, the 4x, and the +4, but what I don't need is that -4 that I have to keep in there to correcting it. So what I'm going to do next, fifth, is take out that -c term out of the parentheses by distributing my a to it. So in this case, I'm going to take this -1 and distribute it only to the -4, and that will pull it out of the parentheses. So I'll still have a y and equals, the -1 is going to be out front of x squared plus 4x plus 4. That'll we want in parentheses, but we're going to -1 times a -4 is a +4. We want that on the outside. So then the red parentheses here does in fact factor down to that x plus 2 squared like I wanted it to, but I got to make sure to bring down this new term that I brought down, and that is +4 here. Now that last line is complete. And the last step to get there is just combine these two c's. So these two c's, the old c and the new c, makes a +12, and we're left with a y equals -1 x plus 2 squared plus 12. And that's it. And you're into vertex form. Good luck. Hope this helps.